what we should have called our show, and we are live because that's
And we
always
are live.
Oh shoot! Hello, world.
What up, y'all?
How y'all doing today? I know y'all still coming,
Yeah, y'all still
still at the precipice of coming.
right. You know,
But-
my favorite on the IG live when they just be like, "Okay, we're gonna let the people come on in, and
we just gonna let everybody come in.
let everybody come on, settle on in." And it is like they be fake doing other shit, but your phone
Like they be fiddling. Like
like,
let me move these papers.
What are you
Let me
doing?
move some more papers. Then they get up and walk out.
They get up, walk out,
And then they come in and one person be like, "Hey, Sarah Lee, how you doing? How the kids doing?"
What's up? Yeah. We're gonna let some more people.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for yeah, hey Joe, how the kids doing? Like
Go send me a request. Come on, go watch my live.
5 minutes in, ain't nobody showed up. Who wanna go? Who wanna come on? Who wanna come on? Yeah.
I love when like nobody comes and then they just cut. Like it's just
Oh my God. Have you ever like made a mistake? You know how sometimes they put it up at the top and then you click in and then you see ain't nobody there. You be like, oh, and then you just like
you just see the one and then it just be like, you there.
And I'll be like, oh, I'm here. It'll be like, oh, I'm not. I've
been in there and then like Paul like just froze and like didn't know what to do. And then the person waved at me and I was like, oh shit.
I gotta go. Especially when it's like not a friend.
Man.
We'd be like,
we didn't even tell the people who we are.
Oh, we haven't. We just
carrying on about IG Live.
Hello everyone. My name is Chevy, the superstar.
And I'm Toya, your favorite point of view finder.
And this is Two Snaps in the Circle, where you get the movie news that you can use and a movie reviews that might make you want to go watch a movie.
Period.
Hopefully. That is the aim.
That's what we're trying to get to, where it's like I want to hear somebody say, and I probably already actually have, like, I want to watch that movie because I have heard that. I have heard of friends say like, y'all made me want to go watch the movie because the way y'all spoke about it, or I had to rewatch it because y'all brought back so many memories and blah 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 blah. Like
that's the goal. That's the goal.
Kind of fair, y'all.
Just go watch the movie after we talk about it. I mean, on your own accord. And then give us praise for it. That's what we're here for. It's like
that's really the only reason we started this
gratification.
We're reviewing the Return of Jafar.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was very
prequel.
Pow, pow, bang, bang, boom. In and out.
In and out.
Get in there and get on out. And you're done.
Give me a story, continue, and just move on.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, okay. All right. But I used to love that movie when I was a kid. Like me and Debbie used to watch it on every day. It's so many days in a year, so many years in your life, so many days in your life. When you think about watching a movie every day for a period of time in your life, in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't that many times.
Like in your head, you're like, I had to see that movie at least 100 times.
It's 365 days in a year, and I've been here for 35 years. So theoretically, I mean, that wasn't a lot. Theoretically,
yeah. You're like, man, I see that movie a lot. Then you realize, like, no,
even though I saw it a lot, it still wasn't a lot.
Yeah, it still wasn't a lot, and you may be exaggerating that time. Like,
right? No, we definitely
3 weekends in a row and feel like you watched it the whole summer, right? Like,
no, we literally watched that movie every day.
I believe you, but actually, there are certain people when they say certain stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I believe that you did watch that shit every day.
Yeah, we watched that. Like the tape is at my mom's house. When I went over there, I was like, oh man, here's the tape right here.
My brother and my cousins were infamous for breaking VHS tapes.
Yeah,
watching them so much. But it's not just from like watching them. It's the rewinding, fast forwarding, stopping, playing. Like my brother would like rewatch the same scene over and over. Oh my god, look at that one part. Like again. That's why your tape fucked up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny because I don't do that now.
Yes, they were infamous rewinders, especially when it came to like karate movies and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like
they was just watching.
It wasn't no just straight through. I'm talking about three ninjas. Ha! That part was funny. Let's watch it again. That's when my age gap with them like was always very evident. Like
you was like,
guys,
yay!
For the first time, we're watching.
Okay, this is so awesome.
When I walked away, you got
like,
to.
I'm going to do other things now.
I'm gone.
But like, what were the other things? Like you went outside or some shit, probably.
Yeah, now we're talking about memories and things. I'm like, what did I go off and do? Like, did I go draw, color, get on? You know, like
it had to be listen to some CDs, like
some CDs, go listen to the radio, like try to act like a big kid. I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Brother are 5 years apart, so if I'm thinking about things that he did when he was 6 and 7, like I was early adolescence. So maybe I did go outside and was like, forget this, or like maybe I went off into my room and just like read, or I don't know. Who knows? Like
I did something else. Did something else.
That's something else.
Well, yeah, guys, this movie will, if you've ever seen it, it will bring nostalgia. If you didn't know it was existed, let's just dig into the fact that there are several sequels to several Disney movies. Like every Disney movie literally probably has a sequel. And the majority of cartoon movies have sequels.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's a Mulan 2, and there's a Frozen 2, and there's a whomever else 2, Peter Pan 2, and a who else? A Little Mermaid 2, and a
they're like the
Hunter and the Fox and the Hound 2, and
they're like the unsung heroes, or maybe not exactly heroes, but like nobody ever talks about the like
animated sequels,
especially Disney animated sequels. Like,
I think the only ones that don't have sequels is like the OGs, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White type vibes.
Yeah.
But anything that was made after Walt Disney passed is like sequel-esque. It has sequel. It has at least one sequel.
At least one.
Which is eye-opening for so many, because who knew, right?
I mean, when we start talking about sequels and you said The Return of Jafar, I'm like, what is that? Like, what? I was flabbergasted.
But you know what Stacey told me the other day? She told me that she went to a record store or somewhere, or Craigslist or something, and she bought a whole bunch of tapes and a VCR for her and Parker to watch, like, old movies. And the first movie that Parker picked was Return of Jafar.
Oh, our little 2 snaps in a circle, baby.
Yeah, that was the first movie that she picked. So it's out here. It's making its rounds. It's getting around. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if you don't know, you know, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you do not know.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
You have no idea. It's real out here.
Well, I do have movie news for us today.
All right now.
I almost didn't have movie news for us this week. But I clicked my life up and I was like, hi, look, coming on 2 snaps saying, hey guys, I don't have it was news, but I don't have it. Like,
well, we talking about this was one of the shortest movies we viewed in a long time. This would have been the shortest 2 snaps because 2 snaps without movie news? What?
It's just
I would have
it's
made up some shit. I would have to make up some shit.
yes, like did
Like,
you read this? Did you hear
Michael
about
B.
this?
Jordan coming out with a movie with Denzel Washington.
Oh man. Okay.
The other way around.
No, I think that was well, yes.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is it is the other way
Denzel
around.
Washington coming out with a movie with.
All right. It's hot, man.
Oh,
I am hot.
Man. It's hot in the city. Why do we always get it in August? It pisses me off.
I don't know, but I love y'all because baby, whew, I am burning up right here, right now.
And our dumbass is drinking. What is wrong?
Hot. All right, y'all. This gonna be the caliente version of movie news. Movie news, caliente. Movie news, hot. Movie news, caliente. Movie news, hot. I don't know what.
Will life give you lemons?
Make a song.
Movie news, y'all.
Make a song. All right. So they dropped a teaser trailer for Stranger Things season 4, which is coming out in 2022. I feel like it was only like 4 scenes of new footage in that clip. Very disappointing.
I'm excited, but like still like you reminded me. Like at first I was like, yes, that was so exciting. And I was like, then I remembered the feeling, like when you just like you're right, it was like
very lackluster.
There was nothing new in that bitch.
Mm-mm.
It was a recap.
It was 3 new scenes. 3 new scenes. And the only reason why I know is because the kids were grown.
Pretty much. Literally.
The final chapter of Dear White People will premiere September 22nd on Netflix.
Finally. I am so ready.
Never seen it. I don't even know what it's about.
A bunch of white people at a predominantly white institution trying to have a HBCU.
Wait, a bunch of white people at a white people?
I'm sorry, a bunch of black people at a predominantly white institution trying to have a black experience within this PWI. And the story has expounded over time, but that's kind of like, you know, what the movie was about and what the story eventually evolves to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Excuse me. The Emmy-nominated series The Great returns to Hulu on November 19th. Sorry.
Okay.
It's this show about Victorian era people doing Victorian era things, but in a funny way.
Okay.
And Dakota Fanning, little sister, is the main character.
All right.
Animaniacs will return for season 2 on November 15th. I literally watched, you know how Hulu just keep playing the shows even though you fall asleep. I literally woke up and the season was over and I never went back and finished rewatching it.
I'm telling you, that happened to me the other day with something and I was like, it's something in me that always like, go back, but it feel like it'd be too late. It's like if I went to sleep through the whole thing, then what's the point?
Like I watched the first like 4 episodes and then I fell asleep.
Same.
And it was like, I
like,
watched it. I watched it.
I watched the Pinky and the Brain episode.
They got the credit for it at least. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say I wasn't looking out.
Period.
Oh man, I didn't even watch this trailer, so I don't even know what the hell this is. I forgot. I meant to, so I could say what it was. Well, if anybody know what the why. Wait a minute. Okay. If anybody shit, I don't even know what it is. If anybody knows the why the last man, I couldn't say it because it's like it's literally a why, and I think it's like fucking with my brain how it looks.
Yes, I catch your drip.
Okay, Why the Last Man is a show that's gonna be on Netflix on September 13th. I mean, I'm hot, y'all. Okay,
You
and
are
I
like
think it's getting to me.
it's
Uh,
almost taking over.
it's just it's just
Where my little Mexican fan at?
uh it comes out on Hulu, FX on Hulu on September 13th. The trailer is available now. Go on YouTube and or Rotten Tomatoes and or some other media outlet and look at that so you can know what it's about.
Mhm.
Thank you. Uh there is a show from the creator of The Haunting of Hill House called Midnight Mass. The trailer premiered a couple of days ago. It will premiere on Netflix on September 27th. Yes, it is horror based. Yes, it is weird. Yes, it is creepy. And yes, some of the actors from House on the Hunting on Hill House is in it.
Mm.
And the Hunting on Bly Manor too.
Oh,
Um so yeah, but I don't know. It looks a little weird. I don't know what's going on. It has something to do with like a crazy deranged preacher man, I believe.
more weird than scary, or
Well, I will have to say that the second season of The Haunting, well, I guess it's not considered a second season because it's a whole different show, The
Mhm.
Haunting on Bly Manor. I feel like that season show was much more creepy. Like The Haunting on Hill House was scary.
Right.
The Haunting on Bly Manor was creepy, romantic, like this deep love story,
Yeah.
and just a little bit weird, but not
Mhm.
scary to me per se. It
Yeah.
was just like a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so much other stuff going on. It was more of a love story to me than a than a horror show. But it was
Right.
beautifully done. It was beautifully done. It was really beautifully done. I am just revisiting that in my heart. It
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
done
Yeah.
very well.
All every time I think when we discussed it a few times, yeah, you definitely emphasize that, and it made me like maybe I should go watch it.
But both seasons were beautifully done, and the actors from the first season or first show were in the second one, the majority of them, and it was beautifully done. Um, the trailer for the third season of Doom Patrol came out the other day, and it premieres on September 23rd on on HBO Max, and it looks great. But I'm gonna be honest, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and we don't remember what happened. So
Like in previous seasons.
yeah, like it was a lot. It was a lot. They left us with a lot, and I think it was traumatic. So I don't remember. I don't
Mhm.
remember. But it's good. It's good. And if you don't like DC Comics, or you do, or whatever, you don't have to really know anything. It's a really good show, and it's a lot of good actors that play the characters. The girl from Orange Is New Black is on it, and she plays a superhero with multiple personality disorder, and every superhero has his own power. Brendan Fraser is in it.
Okay.
Matt Boomer is in it. Yeah, it's a good show. Barry, Bill Hader's show Barry is back in production for season 3.
Really?
Yeah, I tried to watch that. I couldn't get into it.
Mhm. I love me some Bill Hader though.
Catherine Zeta-Jones and Louise Guzman will be playing Morticia and Gomez Adam in the Tim Burton's
I was happy to
Netflix
hear that.
series Wednesday that is coming up. I don't
That's gonna
know.
be fun. That's
I
gonna
don't
be
know why
fun.
I say Wednesday like that. Wednesday. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Like an old lady at church. I'm gonna
Wednesday
come by
Bible.
on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Wednesday. You coming to Wednesday Bible study?
I'm excited that that's a show
Yes.
because you can never have too much of the Addams family.
Never.
Never.
They're all such great characters that they could all, and if they haven't all had their own spinoffs.
Yeah, they really could. Yeah. I would like to know more. I've always wanted to know more about Morticia. So like if I
Mhm.
could see a show of her life before she met Gomez and how they fell in love, that
Ooh.
would dope story. I've always wanted to know how, because their love was so, they were so
Oh,
passionate. Their
yeah.
love was so passionate.
Came out of the womb loving each other.
And it's like, what kind of world did she come from? Because they're very like the same.
Yes.
But like, he was the one with the money, he was the one with the family, he was the one with the weird house. This is all inherited from his family. So who is her family? What is her family about? How does she become just so well meshed? For
on to something.
It's always been a question I had, because I always wondered, like, he just found her. Like, I mean, this is convenient that they're so evenly matched in the things that they like, and that's just so weird because they're not relatives. And we don't meet any of her family. We only meet his. Like, when they have that in the first one, when they have that big dinner for the cousin, his brother's return.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
It's all his family. It's always surrounded about Gomez's family.
Okay.
So I always wondered, like, I wanted to know more about her and her life and her family.
I like that. You're onto something.
Yeah. The trailer dropped for season 6 of Lucifer, premieres on Netflix on September 10th. I gotta watch the last 2 episodes of the 5th season. Idris Elba. This is big news. Idris Elba has been confirmed, and he will be the voice for Knuckles in Sonic movie 2. I said 1, 2. That's good stuff right there.
2.
Devin was like, no, somebody was like, I can't imagine Idris Elba playing his voice, but I always knew Knuckles was black. That's what somebody sent me in my my DMs.
That's a good one.
I'm like, y'all do realize that he can do American accents, right, if necessary.
I do realize that. Y'all didn't know until y'all knew.
I mean, but like, the first movie we was introduced to him in is like Daddy's Little Girl, so he was not doing a British accent in that movie.
Man, everybody thought he was from Baltimore. After he did The Wire, like, no. And they said that they were like, we want you to kind of limit the interviews that you do, because we love the fact that people actually believe so much of this character that like we want you to keep playing this up. Like even off of like even when I guess like in between takes they said keep it going. Like
yeah, I remember seeing something like that. Yeah,
that's what it was. Like not interviews, but like they were like between takes, like keep using the American accent because we want people to believe that you like we want them to be astounded at the end, like what?
Yeah. Okay, where am I? HBO series The White Lotus got picked up for a second season. Now I don't know if you've been watching White Lotus, but I have.
Is it good?
And I am enjoying it.
What is it about again?
It's about different people's point of views at a resort. Like it's centered at a resort in Hawaii, and it focuses on the guests who have come for their vacations. I'm gonna say like a week. Like these people are going on long vacations, like a week or 2 weeks. And it also centers around the employees that work there and how they interact with the guests and how they have to interact and how they, how these basically the point of view of the guests and how they're experiencing the resort, but also the point of view of the people that work there and how they experience the guests. Yeah. And like what they do to cope, and then just other different stuff that happens along the way in that process. Yeah, I like it. It's a lot of people on it too. So it's so funny how I found the show. Molly Shannon is in it. And when they posted it on Entertainment Weekly, I was like, they added somebody who was the original superstar. And I said, who the fuck is that? Is that Molly Shannon? And then it was Molly Shannon. I said, see, this is why. Like, this is the muse. And then I found out she was in the show, and I followed her on Instagram, and I was like, yes, because you are why I'm Chevy the superstar. Because you are the original superstar. Goddamn right. But anyway, yeah, so it's a good show. It got picked up for a second season. I will watch it. If you got HBO Max, what the hell else you doing?
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I'm like, I wonder like why I haven't, and I'm gonna
Yeah, just watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I at? The trailer dropped for Nicolas Cage's film Prisoners of Ghostland. It premieres on VOD on September 7th. I mean, but that pig movie got really good ratings, like really good. Like people are raving about the pig movie.
No, I'll never be surprised by the like how people feel about any Nicolas Cage movie. Like I'll never be surprised by that because the man has a fan base and a way to just never go away.
I mean, and he ain't even making movies like this going to the theater no more. He just making movies. But I mean, like the movies do really like what is the name of the movie? I can't think of the name of it right now. But it's another cult classic. Like all he doing is making cult classics. Like he just. But this pig movie, people really liking it. So I don't know. I might get nominated for some awards or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This movie called The Nowhere Inn, starring Anne Clark, who is also known as Saint Vincent. She's a performer, like in real life. That's her stage name, Saint Vincent, and Carrie Bronstein from Portlandia, and she was in Carol as well, and Dakota Johnson, who is Antonio Banderas' daughter, and she was in Shades of 50 Gray. Gray's 50 Shades, 50 Shades of Gray. That's what
Gray's S50.
Whatever. I ain't never seen it. It's a movie about a performer, Saint Vincent, whose friend Carrie, because I think they're using their real names in the documentary, or in the film, who decides that they want to do a documentary about her touring and everything like that. And I guess it go left, but it looks like a really interesting movie, so I definitely want to see it. Trailer dropped for a film called A Journal for Jordan, teaser trailer, starring Michael B. Jordan. It was produced by Denzel Washington, correct?
Yep.
I didn't watch the trailer because I don't like movies like that. No offense. That's just not, I don't be wanting to cry.
You already tell what type of movie.
Yeah, I'm not about he gonna die while he at war and then the son is gonna have his damn book to read after the fact. I'm tired of them kind of movies.
Much.
Me and Jarrell was talking about that last night.
Michael B. Jordan's City Meat.
What?
He had to have made this like shortly after
No Remorse.
I think he did it before.
Okay.
He was huge. Like he went through a lot of different phases with the bulking up. Like I think when he like gained weight to
do Killmonger.
He may have even done it before Killmonger. Like because the man is thick in that movie. Like he looked very just like
or doing Creed time. The second
maybe Creed. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, I think he may have done it between Creed and right before he did Black Panther. Like because I felt like he leaned up for like Black Panther, and then he looked way more lean also in Remorse. Like so yeah, them titties was deep.
I didn't look at the trailer, man. I couldn't do it. I don't want
to. I just had to.
But it's based on a true story, so I can't be like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just not for me. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I agree. I probably won't see it either. Like
no, I just can't watch stuff. Like we was talking about like Walk to Remember, and we was talking about like movies like where like people have illnesses and they don't tell anyone and they fall in love with them and then the people find out they dead or some shit like that. And I was just like, whose genre of movie is that? Like who watches that and actually gains like solace in that? Like who like I
feel like you just walk out the movie theater like
just totally ravaged.
Drained.
Like who watches My Girl for fun? Like who just like I watch My Girl for shits and giggles? Nobody.
Rewind the part where he got stung.
No, let's rewind the part where she trying to put his glasses on him in the casket. No, this is not fun to watch. Let's watch a Walk to Remember, knowing that this girl has a incurable illness and she's gonna die. Like, I can't.
What's wrong with you if you do that? Like,
I can't. That's not my genre.
what kind
That's not my genre, but it's a successful genre.
It truly is. Sad movie.
Like, sad, I'm gonna die just to let you know movies. Like, and I'm not trying to take away from anything that anybody's going through.
No,
I just
sure.
really don't like it depicted in film. That's not something that I enjoy because I'm too empathetic.
Yeah.
So for me, it's torture.
It's like really when you start off, the moment they say based on a true story, just like nope.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Nope.
Unless it's a horror film.
Unless it's a horror film, or unless it's like, like what they're doing with Venus and Serena's dad, like something.
Oh yeah, like that. But even that, I'm not about to watch the Pursuit of Happiness for shits and giggles. Ooh, let's watch the Pursuit of Happiness, guys.
Let's watch this man struggle. Like,
let's watch Erin Brockovich.
Right, he a millionaire. He good. Like,
but let's watch this process. Let's watch Erin Brockovich. No.
Well, hey, y'all know what theme of movies we will not be doing until Snaps in the Cycle.
No.
We will not be doing the sad movies.
No, we will not be doing based on a true story.
We will not be doing based on a true story.
Ain't nobody got time to be crying.
It is horror. And in fact, that is the scariest horror to me because what the fuck? It's real. No! I'd rather it was made up, like Jeepers Creepers or some shit like that. Like, at least I can be like, hey, go come swoop it down. I'm good.
We have veered extremely. We have veered extremely. I have still much yet to get through. Okay. So where we at? Okay.
I'm gonna be right back. Keep going.
Okay. The cast has been revealed for the new live action Avatar: The Last Airbender show. I do not have the cast list, but if you would like to see who the cast is, you can go on ING on Instagram or Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
They kept it, they did it right, I feel. Oh, guess what? Venom has been pushed back 3 weeks and will release on October 15th.
What the hell?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has exited the CW's upcoming Powerpuff Girls show, and I think she was supposed to be Buttercup.
Oh snap!
Ain't it so crazy now that we know the news? When the shit changed, we be in that thing like, oh my god, what's going on with that?
I know that because that's what immediately happened in my head. Like, why?
Like, damn. Okay, so first they announced the show.
Right.
They said Ava Dunleavy is gonna be directing. Mm-hmm. Then they had to reshoot the whole pilot. Mm. Now she leaving. What is really going on there?
What is really going on?
Yeah, what is really going on there? You didn't hear it first, but you did hear it here. Okay. Finally, Colin Kaepernick has a I'm missing something. Oh, I'm gonna say that later. Colin Kaepernick has a limited series that will be coming on Netflix, and if you go on Entertainment Weekly, you can see some first looks of the young man that will be playing him as a young man. I don't know. That's based on a true story. I don't know.
I don't know,
oh shoot. Finally, Power creator Courtney Kemp has signed an overall deal with Netflix. Congratulations, Black girl.
Yeah.
Black woman, Black human.
Everybody black.
And that concludes movie news. Boom, boom, boom. Caliente. Boom, boom, boom. Movie news. Boom, boom, boom. Hot, hot. spicy. It's too spicy for the pep. Ain't that right? That's why she laying down on his floor like she dead.
Lay it out.
Just laying here. Like,
Out.
oh, shoot. All right. So,
Whew. You ready to do this,
yeah.
girl?
Let's do it.
So, as you all know, August is the movie reviews of the amazing sequel. And we are doing The Return of Jafar. It came out in 1994.
Really?
1994. Following 2 years behind Aladdin. And it's very simple and straight to the point. Just like Zoe said. And in your face. Jafar comes for revenge on Aladdin using a foolish thief and what is it? Iago's. Is it Iago's?
Iago?
Iago's, yeah, Iago's treachery to find a way back into power.
Yes.
It is pretty much everybody's voice is exactly the same, except
for Robin Williams.
Yep, Robin Williams is not.
The genie. Sorry.
Yep. Which is Robin. He's not in this film. And what did I read? Why he?
Because he was booked and busy.
He was booked and busy. Oh, he was booked and busy, but he had a fallout with, like, I guess like everybody else was dealing with Aladdin, because he didn't like the overuse of his not the overuse, but the use of his name in the marketing campaign for Aladdin, which was very interesting to me. But the person that replaced him was Dan Calistanetti, and he's best known for voicing Yo homeboy Homer Simpson. Yep, I thought you would like that look.
Crazy.
Fun fact.
I had no idea.
I read that. I was like, well, that's a nice little fun fact.
That is.
So, yeah, but I was like, damn, like, but I guess it makes me think, like, why would he be mad over the use of his voice? I guess he felt like y'all using more than just the movie itself. Like, y'all using me to sell Aladdin, but maybe they weren't paying him.
That is the man from The Simpsons. I'm sorry, girl. That is the man from The Simpsons. I'm sorry. That is damn Simpson. That blew me, child.
Yes.
That blew my damn mind.
I'm happy that you love that news.
I am blown.
It was meant for. That's what I was like, oh, she gonna like this piece of news. Because immediately when I turned it on, I was like, that ain't Robin.
And I was like, she gonna be like, what the hell, Siobhan got me watching? This ain't no damn Robin Williams. What this?
I really was like, what the hell? I thought I would at least get Robin Williams at least. I wasn't disappointed. I'm not a huge Aladdin fan. I mean, obviously, like, you know, I respect Robin Williams, you know, like RIP for sure, like straight up legend. And he is obviously one of the like greater parts of Aladdin, the genie. But I have a close friend that like really loves Aladdin, and I've seen it on Broadway now, and it made me kind of
really?
Yeah, I got to see it on Broadway. What was that, 2018?
Oh,
and
wow.
I really appreciate Aladdin from a way. I was making so many jokes. I was like, don't nobody want to see no Aladdin. Yeah, I was being disrespectful.
Oh my God, that was our first like
I was being disrespectful.
Princess of Color.
No, and I went to go see that damn Broadway play, and I was like, this is fucking
Aladdin. What the hell?
It was amazing. And I still don't know how the hell they made the carpet fly. I do not know. To this day, I still don't know.
It's wires, baby. It's wires.
It gotta be.
It's wires. It's definitely wires.
But where the damn wires at?
Up. Up.
I didn't see no wires.
Precious child of God. It's wired.
Anyway, yes. So I have an appreciation for the genie, for anybody that can, do the genie justice. You do come in kind of with a weariness to it, like, but
But see, I guess that's why I watched it when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I ain't know no different.
yeah, you have no. He did a good job. He did a really good job. Like, but you get to some point where you just forget. But yeah, the Return of Jafar, I thought it was so interesting that, I guess, like, story wise, it made sense that, it's the return of Jafar. Like, he was the villain, he was trapped in the lamp. So it made sense that if they were going to have a sequel, it would be him. Like, I guess, like, it would make sense to some degree. And I was pleased with it. I was, like, pleased with, like, that part of the storyline. So I guess we can, like, is there any, like, questions before we get into it, or anything like that you can think of?
No.
Yeah. So, what it starts off traditionally with, like.
No, let's talk about how it really started off. With that.
Let's talk about how really. Yes, I'm next. I thought about it earlier, and I was like, I gotta remember to talk about that. So, y'all, it's on Disney Plus. It opens up, and there's this screen, like, like a disclaimer of some sort. And I wanted to screenshot it and, like, read it verbatim, but I'll just summarize it. If I miss anything, Chevy, please say something. Like, basically being like, yo, we depicted some culture, like, appropriation, like, we appropriated some cultures and depicted some things in a wrong fashion. It wasn't cool then, and it wasn't cool now. But instead of taking it away, we said we'll just recognize what we did is not okay.
But say, watch at your own risk.
And basically, yes, watch at your own.
But don't be on Twitter lighting us up.
Don't be talking about, I can't believe Disney Plus has a like, because we said, and you couldn't, like, skip it or fast forward through it. It was like video.
They said, you gonna read this.
You gonna read this. They gave you 15 seconds or 12 seconds, something like that, to read the shit. And
it made me laugh. But then when I started the movie, I said, damn.
I'm like, well,
I said, damn, they right. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was like, I get it.
I kind of was like, ooh, like, I was liking this. Ooh, wait.
Like, that's the reason why they have to start it off like that, because we were children, so we watched it and was entertained and loved, repeated things and sang the songs and mocked the people and laughed at things. And it's like,
yeah, because I was reading the disclaimer and I was like, y'all over exaggerating. Then I started watching and saying, no, the fuck they not. This is.
They're not. No, they're not.
Oof.
No, they're not.
Ooh-wee.
So I'm gonna really need to lean on you a lot to remember how a lot of this goes, because it all just melts in for me. Like, first of all, I also forgot to leave out, this movie is only an hour long.
But, like, my first line of notes is, this makes no sense.
And that's why I had to start off saying, like, it makes sense that the Return of Jafar is, like, the storyline, but the way they went about it,
yeah,
it was kind of like, huh? And it reminded me a lot of Mummy. Like, when I think about the fat, Arabic, like, what would you say? Just like money hungry thief guy. Like, it just reminded me of the dude from that movie, the like one of the first mummies or the second mummy. I think it's like a guy like that in every single mummy. Like, it's just that story trope of the money hungry jewel thief
And it's a shame because I love the Mummy.
Oh man, for
I
real.
love it so much.
For real, that is like one of my faves. And
we need to watch that.
Yeah, we definitely do. But yeah, like it opens up with song. Was it a song and dance?
Arabian Nights, like Arabian
I
days.
know about this. I
Yeah,
know.
because remember they had a Disney cartoon on the TV show, and that was the theme song for the show.
Arabian Nights. So it's like, okay, I've heard this before. I'm digging it. This is a nice way to open.
I was jamming, girl. It's like I didn't miss a beat.
It was dope. I liked it. I was like, and if you don't know, I'm not a big musical person, and so when that happened, my first reaction always be like, oh, here we go. But as it started going, I was like, hey, okay, I know about the Arabian Nights a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm rocking with it. And then we start getting into the plot of it all. And we realize that they've come across something that they ain't supposed to come across. And it might be the most danger of all, right? Like,
no, they just was some thieves in the thing.
Talking about, because
they was just thieving. They was just thieving, and then here come Aladdin on the flying carpet in his same clothes from when he was broke with no shoes on.
I know they're gonna need help because it all just melts in together to me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I was confused, like why Aladdin? Because I haven't seen this movie in years, so I'm not thinking, oh, this is like the week after everything happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe a month later. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a couple of months later.
Yeah.
And why Aladdin still got on his clothes like from when he was a street rat? Why he don't have no shoes? Why is he stealing? What is going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So he find the thieves in the cave, and the thieves got the gold, and then he's stealing the gold from the thieves, and then the thieves like, give me my gold.
That's when he was like spreading it out to the people.
Yeah, and then that's when I realized that he wasn't stealing to like survive. He was stealing to like, like give back on some Robin Hood shit.
Yes. Yes.
But in the midst of him meeting Abysmal.
Who is
they love that.
Yes.
They love doing that with names.
Who is voiced by Jason Alexander, who is the short bald man from Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But they love doing that with names like Maleficent, Maleficent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They love doing that. So Abysmal.
Yeah.
He ain't shit. So basically in between this, we see Iago in the middle of the desert stuck inside of a lamp. If you've seen Aladdin, then you know, oh, Jafar must be in this lamp. Mm-hmm. But Iago decides that he no longer wants to take Jafar's stuff, so he leaves him in the desert. But somehow, some way, I can't remember how, Abysmal runs across the lamp in the midst of, that's what happened. It's come back to me. So, okay, so this is what happened. So Aladdin go with the carpet, and he giving out the stuff to the people. They chase him into town, and in the midst of them chasing them to town, Abu make them crash into a man's egg stand, and then they get arrested. Well, they attempt to get arrested by the armed guards, but something happened with a horse, and they ended up getting taken away by the horse, and they ended up in the desert, and they found the lamp.
Yep, there we go.
And he found the lamp, he rubbed the lamp, and lo and behold, Jafar comes out.
And but in the evilness.
Yeah. But in the midst of this, Aladdin has also run across Iago, has hidden him, has put him in a cage, saying, I'm gonna try to get a good look for you. Jasmine had told him he's supposed to have dinner with her dad. The genie has come back from his trip because he misses friends. He's had a song moment.
World, but
yeah, he had his little song moment. And now we're at dinner, and we find out that he wants him to be his grand vizier, which is his like right hand man. But then we find out Iago is also still in the picture. So he like, what's up, man? Like, this ain't
How we
cool,
gonna bring
man.
her in this? Like, he's the enemy. Like,
Right. And everybody mad at him, including Jasmine, because now we're realizing that not much time has passed and he's still lying to her about stuff that he shouldn't be lying to her about.
get your shit together.
Yeah. So in the midst of this happening with Aladdin, because I don't know why. I mean, that was something about the story that kind of, like, I guess it's a kids movie, so kids are supposed to learn a lesson, but also, like, why would he lie about finding Iago? Like, that makes no sense to me. If Iago is a traitor,
right?
Then he a traitor. Like, you can't make a bargain ship for a traitor, bro.
Straight up.
Oh, did he say this? What? Oh, he said. Oh,
he said
he was at the place with the abysmal, and he saved his dad's life. That's what happened.
His life.
This movie did run together, child.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I had never even seen this movie, and it's just like, what? What just happened? I forgot. And that's what I realized with animated movies, like,
because you're not really like, it's okay. So I'm gonna say this about the animated movies that we grew up with. Like, I feel like the message is deeper rooted, and you have to pay attention a little bit more to get that, versus like watching Soul.
Right. They put it right there out there.
Yeah. Like, when we watched movies back then, you would have to do a critical thinking essay after with your parents in the car. Like, what did you learn from the movie? Well, lying is bad, Mom. Okay, so what will you do from now on? I will tell the truth. What else did you learn from the movie? That your friends are very important. You should always look out for them. Yes. Okay, what else did you learn? You should not lie, and you should never be, like, confined by someone threatening you. You should do the right thing at all costs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not gonna just come out with one lesson. Like, it's like,
and it's not gonna be like right there in your face.
And it's not gonna be right there in your face either. Like,
it's a constant, like, beating it into you. Yeah. Like, so when you walk away, it's in your subconscious.
Lie, be honest, tell.
Yeah, because it's like in your subconscious.
Tell the friends to your friend. Like, tell the truth to your friends. Be loyal.
Yeah,
to your friends.
Yeah, be loyal. Yeah. Friendship, family, friendship. It's subliminal more so. Back then,
others. Exactly. Hear people out.
When we were kids, we were subliminally taught lessons, versus now it's like, this is the lesson, guys. Learn it or don't. It's cool. We're not gonna beat it in your head, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he saved his life.
He tried to get him apart, and let's just call it that, because that's pretty much what he was trying to do.
Right.
Abysmal is an idiot, and also his teeth keeps changing from white to yellow, which is weird.
Yes,
I mean, like, yellow.
Yeah, like go all of my chain.
You're so right.
Does he have a gold front?
Like, do he have a grill?
Right, do he got grills? Or do Birdman don't just brush his teeth?
That's just bad cartoon editing, though. That's just like, but how they remember to keep the guard with the missing tooth
What?
She's like, I remember that guard. He had a missing tooth.
He had a missing tooth.
He never liked the Latin ass. Like,
oh, man, boy.
Street rats. Like, you can take the rat out the street, but you can't take the street out the rat.
Like, damn, really? The disrespect. You're just gonna let him talk like that to him? Like,
yes, because I'm actually not Jasmine. I'm Jafar.
Like, damn. Like, Jasmine turned on that nigga. Like, she ain't.
I was like, oh my god. Now that part threw me, child. Hey. That threw me. And then I said, oh shit, I'm acting like I'm not watching this movie.
You ain't shit, Jasmine.
Then she came back in there and was like, I'm Jafar. And I was like, oh my God, that threw me in a kid's movie for that, for all of that.
Stacy up in this
Hey, you right on time.
right on time. We
You
just
seen
started.
Return of Jafar, so you can put your input in there.
Right.
Tell us.
Tell us what
When you watched that with Parker, was that your first time watching Return of Jafar, or had you had
you
seen that already before?
yes, because I could tell you right now, it was my first time seeing the movie. Hadn't really heard about it. Like what? Like
And also, thank you for the 5 months of subscribery. Greatly appreciated as well.
now.
I've been subscribing to your channel for 11 months.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I don't be wanting to share it though. I be feeling like that's weird. Oh,
Was really the first time too.
so how did you think? How did you think? What did you think of it? Like from an adult perspective.
Because I feel like being an adult, we just look at it different.
Yeah. Yeah.
we just being a grown ass woman, I'm like, the fuck.
You know what I really liked, like during the songs, like when they had these adult moments, like the part where Jafar was singing his song, and then it was this cat, like a Bates Motel like scene,
Yes,
like.
yes, yes, yeah.
But no, I used to love that song. Like I loved remembering the moments of the songs that I loved. Like as a kid, not remembering the words per se, but just remembering the
Just, yeah,
moments
the
that
feeling,
I loved.
yes, like,
Like
yeah, when they do that, yeah,
like when he did the "It's the Small World After All," that used to be my
yeah,
part.
yeah,
Okay, that
yeah.
used to be my part. Okay.
All right, so Stacy said I liked it, but the damn bird was pissing me off.
That man's voice is a really a lot after a while.
With
Like
Gilbert Godfrey, like, oh
yes, like
my
his voice is a lot after a while, and the fact that they made him the standout since they had
god,
no longer had Robin Williams anymore, kind of just. But even what they were doing with the genie was annoying me, like constantly
yeah,
making him this character of his character, and it
totally,
was very disrespectful because the genie was a very heartfelt character, and they kind of turned him into this like all I'm gonna do is do the things that Robin Williams did, and blah,
yep,
blah, blah, and try to make it all these cutaways. It's like watching Family Guy.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god, so true. Oh, this is a good point. Like, we were just discussing this. Like, even though I haven't seen much of Aladdin, like I just kept getting it mixed up with that story, and it just all felt like a
Yeah,
redo, but a sequel. Like I feel like they dropped the ball a little bit, with
because
like.
the series didn't come out until later on. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it came out immediately after the. No, it did come out immediately after
Yeah,
movie. Um, but yeah, I definitely watched the series as
yeah,
well.
yeah. That's
Yeah, yeah, this is a good point as well. He talked way too much. He talked way too much.
way too much. Like, bro, what I need you to do is shut the f up.
Yeah, he was talking. It's just so obnoxious the things he says.
Completely.
All right, so Abismal teeth is gold. He got a Jafar. Jafar manipulates him to use his first two witches before he even thinks about them. Because keep in mind he's still a genie, and depending on the type of genie you have, they can give you a wish based on what they feel suits them.
Mm-hmm.
So, he held on to that last wish so he can manipulate Abismal further because they both had a common enemy. They was trauma. What is trauma bonding?
Trauma bonding.
Child, speaking of trauma bonding, I just watched a show and it was so much damn trauma bonding going on. I don't even know what to do. I just had to put that out there. I was watching the L Word, Generation Q. Child, the first episode ain't nothing but trauma bonding.
Ain't nothing but a trauma bond.
It ain't nothing but a whole just damn trauma bond.
Oh
It's the
my
messiest shit I done seen ever in my damn life. But
period.
anyway, that's grown up talk. This is kid
Yes.
talk.
Yes.
I just had to put that out there because the trauma bonding is real, man,
It's
and it can really, really fuck you up in the end.
yes.
So they decided they're going to go back to Agrabah and they're going to take down the everybody and just really try to ruin Aladdin's life.
Yep. Yep.
Because
take over.
Because Jafar knows that Iago ain't shit, and he gonna go up in there and do what Iago does best.
Yeah.
He's not a decent person. I
No,
mean,
no,
animal.
what you need to do to get by.
Correct. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Aladdin was lying again.
He sure was, and it
Lying.
and it really did show that him and Jasmine really had some things to figure out.
Yeah, because they was still in that like not cuffing season, but not quite relationship. Just like we like kissing each other a lot.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't really know nothing much about you.
Yeah, like all I know is,
I
yeah,
love you.
look into your eyes.
I love you. That's what I know. I
Yeah,
know that. That's for sure.
that's for sure. Oh,
So Iago uses Jafar to infiltrate the cat. I mean, Jafar uses Iago and dumbass Abismal to infiltrate the castle,
mm-hmm.
and it just start. It start off right then, right quick.
Yep.
Iago, I need you to set up a plan to get Aladdin off the property, get the Sultan off the property, and I'm gonna do the rest from there.
Yep. Period.
And that's exactly what happened. He took him off to this secluded area. Genie was left behind because Jasmine told him he was a little extra, you know what I'm saying? And he needed to chill at the crib. And then we found out he was extra as hell, him and a boo, because they was eating that food. Jasmine, what I didn't like about this movie is Jasmine was not in it.
She wasn't. And when she did show up, like, she was always being like hella bitchy. Like, like, girl, like, relax, have a little fun, But it was like that character where it's like, we don't need your serious right now. But then unfortunately, like when you do know trouble is brewing, you're like, she's right. Like, be careful. But like, I get it. She is being a bitch.
Like she came to deliver the bad news. She came to cut somebody out. She came to do this. She came to be the voice of reason. Like
yep.
She came to do those things, but that's it. Like she wasn't, I don't feel like she was a character in this movie. I feel like she was just like a narrator, but not speaking aloud to us.
Yeah, basically. Just like you said, like maybe these are the story devices that they have to use, like for kids, because as adults, like we see it coming from. I mean, we know it's already happening, obviously, but like I guess like they use her character as just as a point of how to
as a
move.
conscience.
Yeah. Like instead of letting the story itself happen, they move it along with
her coming in and saying her piece.
Yes, exactly.
Like Aladdin. Or hey, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Or no, guys, you can't come. Or like,
let's think about this.
The only time she threw me is when Jafar came out there like, you'll die at dawn. I was like, we killing people now? Like, this is a kid's movie.
Wow, baby girl said.
When you tell me I'm dying at dawn, I know I'm getting my head cut off. That's just disrespectful.
Disrespect.
If somebody tell you dying at dawn, that means you gotta get hung, your head getting chopped up, or it's a shooting squad coming for you. And I don't want to die none of them ways.
And those are like the most like tragic and traumatic ways to be killed.
Yeah, like I don't want to do like a duel. Like, if somebody be like, you at the club, you step on somebody's shoes and they be like, you die at dawn. Like, whoa, just pull it out, shoot me now. Like, no. That mean I gotta like.
I'm sorry, dog.
like, no, I'm not about to be like, whatcha? Like, I'm not about to. Woo, that's too much. That's too much.
Isn't this a Disney movie that doesn't have a sad death?
Well, this is, but her mom is dead in the first one. So, yes and no.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, but we're also dealing with a sequel here, so I feel like, it's a little different. A little bit, a little different, at least. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, my favorite line in this movie is this. I thought a genie couldn't kill anyone. You'd be surprised what you can live through.
Yo, and they did that amazingly 3 times, right? In the
Yeah.
film. They found a way to drop that down 3 times. 3 times in that movie. Yeah, that was one of my favorite too. Yeah, I have one of my movie quote is today's movie quote is from this movie. So like,
yeah, I'm gonna read my other favorite quote when we do movie.
Yes, but so yeah, so like yeah, shit has done hit the fan. Like Jafar came in with a bang. Like
yeah, he just went in looking like Prince in the face and just. I didn't realize how much Jafar looked like Prince until I watched this movie. Okay.
I didn't realize it until you just said something right now. And I just pursed up my lips and like, you're right. And the sweeping around with the Prince vibes all over it. Like,
oh wow, that's true though. That's a good point, Stacey. You're right, though. That is very true. That's like it's very few Disney movies that's like that though, where it's like you meet a family who has suffered a loss, but they're not grieving. But I mean, they usually don't show the grieving process, but like that are not grieving currently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jafar set up Aladdin, saying that he killed the Sultan when they went on their outing to talk about him being Grand Vizier. That was set up by Iago.
Yeah.
In the meantime, in between time, Jafar has locked up the Sultan. He has locked up the genie because the genie tried to fight him and he cussed him out via song. Got him. Abu could have got away, but he was being stupid, so he got caught. And then Jasmine got caught too. And then that's when I got through for a loop because that's when Jasmine came out there and told Aladdin he was gonna die after he walked for 50 miles in the damn hot ass desert.
Oh, ma.
Thank God he was wet because he might have died.
He might have died.
If he wasn't wet, he probably would have died.
For real.
So now Iago feeling bad because they took him in. They accepted him. They ain't asked nothing of him. They didn't expect nothing of him. They just wanted to be his best version of himself. And instead he was a raggedy one. And
like really, man, we took you in, we repped for you, we was really even like kind of opening up, like, man, maybe he ain't that bad.
But the whole time he was just sitting there like, obviously there's trauma there because obviously Jafar has traumatized him so to the point as a human man, he traumatized him so much that he didn't feel as if he could do anything. And it's sad that he was the only one. He thought so lowly of Iago that he didn't even lock him up because he thought he had warped his mind so much.
Bruh. Talk about that shit.
Now that's some deep. We didn't just went somewhere.
You taking it there. You are taking it there because I did have that moment too where I'm like, why he didn't lock up Iago? I was like, oh, because he got mind control over Debo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like he didn't messed his mind up so bad that he knows. It's like the what is it called? The Munchausen syndrome? Is that what it's called? Where you identify with your captor? No, that's not Munchausen syndrome, is it?
Not, but you know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Where's Jarrell at?
Right.
He be knowing them things.
Isn't it something like Russian or like?
Yes, it is.
Jewish or like something. With the like
Munchausen is the one where they be poisoning their kids, ain't it?
What was the huge thing that happened with all the annihilation of the Jewish people and the Nazis and oh my God,
the Holocaust?
Yeah, it's something like that, right? Yeah, I right now,
but I can't think of what it is called.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But he identified with his captor, and
did.
I don't even think he realized that he was being held captive until he met people that really just allowed for him to be himself, even though in that short period of time. And, it's sad that he allowed for that to happen, but he did you know, he did redeem himself by setting the genie free right before Aladdin was killed. Now, keep in mind,
That's where you give kids medicine.
yeah, that's what I said. I said, ain't that the one where you give your kids medicine and they not sick?
Dude, I need to know. Fucking
I can't think of the name of it. I don't know. Okay, so keep in mind, Abismal is here. And he being a dummy, he want to and what killed me about him is he watching all this stuff happen. This man is manipulating him and he doesn't even realize it because he's so greedy. Stockholm. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm hot.
Yes, me too.
But anyway, so okay, Jafar.
Yes.
Abismal. The lamp. Finally, they realize, okay, we need to get this lamp. Oh, Genie saves Aladdin.
Yep.
Aladdin realizes because Jasmine told them that it's Iago who saved him.
Yep.
He was about to throw that bird off that roof.
Oh, he sure was. He was so done with him. He like, bitch, you making me look bad.
You portrayed me. Then, you know, Abismal, he telling Abismal that he needs to make his last wish to free him. And what killed me about that is, Jafar, do you realize that if you free, you're going to be a normal person again? I mean, he was a magician. He had powers like Loki. He reminds me of Loki, like as far as like his powers, his staff, because he had magical powers. But he bad. Like he didn't want his mother's love. He was bad. Yeah. Because I feel like all the Disney villains have a little bit of magic in them.
They do.
Ursula was a witch of the sea.
Yep.
The witch was a witch. Yep. I mean, the evil queen was a witch.
Yep.
Maleficent was a fairy, actually. She was actually a fairy. Who else? Hades is he's the overseer of hell. Or not hell, but Hades of Hades.
Yeah.
Hell. Because Hades and hell are two different places. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. And who else we got? The only one who didn't have mystical powers is Captain Hook, theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe John Smith, but I don't know if John Smith was a bad guy. I don't think he was the bad guy. He was a bad guy to the world.
Yeah, he was like the villain and then the real villain.
Oh shoot. Okay. So, what you talking about, Stacey? Let me find out. Disney has been secretly telling us to end generational curses
because they all have parent issues.
I mean, but they do. Them parents do have to fix them issues. Like Nemo daddy had to fix himself. He had to get his. I feel like of all Disney movies, for me, Finding Nemo is the one where the dad had to not only grieve his wife and watch his child grow up without his mother with a disability and be fearful that the same thing was going to happen to him, but he also had to realize as a parent that he was hovering and also give his son a life and allow for him to be free, knowing that they dealt with that loss and that grief and still being a parent, because he wasn't a good parent because he was afraid the whole time he was living that the same thing was going to happen to him that happened to his mom. I feel like Finding Nemo is one of the only Disney movies that I can think of at this moment that goes through all those stages that a parent has to go through to break a generational curse in a way.
Period. That's a good one.
Because I mean, to me, like as far as loss is concerned, that's the one that resonated with me the most, because like Bambi, he just was out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these people just be out here. They have another parent, but the parent isn't the relevant focus of the movie. But because in Finding Nemo, his son was lost we had to get to know the father. Whereas the character is the main focus. Like Belle is the main focus. She has a father. He gets sick. She has to help him, but he's not the main focus. We don't get to know him. We don't get to know what drives him. We don't get to know his fears and the things that he's going through. But in Finding Nemo, we did.
Yep. Such a good point. I love that.
I just went somewhere. But anyway, back to the movie at hand. Right. So Jafar, they find out they needed to destroy the damn lamp. And so they trying to get the lamp.
Yep.
In the meantime, Jafar want Abismal to wish him free, but Abismal want to wish for what he want to wish for.
Period. So
this my wish. So he started promising him all these things. Eventually, it's found out that he didn't kill all these people. So now Abismal goes away. Like, we don't see him no more for a long time.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, and then we see like Jafar just loses his shit, and he just loses his fucking shit, and he open up. I'm thinking, like, if he a genie, this ain't real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then shit start falling at it there and melting, and I was like, okay, okay. So basically, he is his own demise because he created this lava pit of destruction and doom, and Iago comes to save the day, and he knocks the lamp in the lava.
Yeah.
And his own lava ends up being his demise. And not only is Jafar gone, but he is destroyed now because he was a genie.
Yeah.
So no more Jafar. And Iago lived through it.
He did. He got through it. Like, it was like, yay, Iago. Like,
yeah, you'd be surprised what you can live through. That line
that was such a good line, and I love the way that they spent it as many times as they did between the genies and Iago, and like back around to Jafar. Like, it was good. It was good.
And so finally, after the dust has settled and the cracks in the ground have closed, and we're back to normal, Aladdin declines the offer to be Grand Vizier because he wants to travel the world.
Yeah.
In the midst of this, I'm sorry, the carpet got messed up, and I thought the carpet was gone. And that kind of messed me up a little bit.
When it went stiff and then
I said, oh. And also, why didn't y'all get carpet a name? But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying.
Like, you could have had something.
Like C or pit or car or, well, okay, those are things. Okay, those are not good names. But anyway, so Jasmine also decides that she wants to go travel the world with Aladdin. And what I hated about this scene the most is not that, but the fact that Iago went shut the fuck up. Like,
dog, it really got to a point where it was like,
so this is how we ended the movie?
What are you talking about?
Like, damn, we ended the movie like this. This is how we end in the film. Like, we gonna end with Iago.
With Iago. Just
running his damn mouth.
Like, oh, so this is what the life that they have to look forward to? Like,
this guy just yelling at the top of his lungs all the time because he high strung as hell.
Period. Lord have mercy. Like, for real. Like, Iago, again, I'm with Stacy. Like, he was so annoying. And then the times where you wanted him to speak and be like, talk for yourself and explain yourself, he
was still like, annoying.
I don't know what you expect from me. I'm just a bird. I look out for myself.
Oh my God. I don't even know how. Is that his real voice? Like, when he like not acting,
I think he was still like very like I was different. Ah, kill me.
Man, that man had a big career at one
He
point.
had
Like we enjoyed that for a long time in
man, that
history.
voice was like
Everywhere for a
yeah,
long time.
like, she just laughed like he would get ready to talk. He'd be like, "Ha!"
But he was a comedian, right?
Yes, he was. So I don't understand how any adults went and seen that man talk for a fucking hour and a half. Like,
Yeah, like talking like that. Like, and
I'm
he
not
was
gonna
short as hell too, that man.
little ass man.
Yeah, he
But
was.
I felt
Thank you. It hurt my chest a little bit, actually.
right.
Shit.
That shit ain't easy. I couldn't
No,
do that for long.
no, like, no. Gilbert Godfrey, wherever you are, sir. Oh, he passed, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Like early 2000s or
Yeah. I
mid
don't
2000s.
know, but I know I do remember him passing.
He did
I
pass.
hope he ain't alive and we just saying he passing.
Right, we RIP. Or
But
yawned like 3 times during this fucking live,
I have to.
and I
This
don't know what's
it's
wrong.
the heat. It's
I
the
think it's
heat.
me too. I'm like, what the hell
The
is
heat.
wrong with me? I've never
Shit.
yawned this much. I am like
It's
rested
the
to my
heat.
knowledge, like.
It's the heat.
But yeah, like I think that they did the best that they could do in an hour for sure. Like they really crunched a lot in. They did a lot. They gave a lot of lessons. They it was the perfect storyline, like I said, of like Jafar coming from the lamp and wanting to get revenge, and of course, wanting to be his ultimate evil self. I think it was many times where I thought, of course, like as a villain, he was caught slipping in many moments, and it's like the Yago thing, and but it's because he had mind control over Debo, so of course he let him be
But
free.
not only that, I think it's because he was a genie and he thought he had
Yeah,
infinite
he was
power. But he was self-centered anyway. That's how he got caught up
here,
the first time. He
right.
just knew a street rat couldn't take him down.
Right. And that was, of course, the immediate and forever problem with most villains, that they are so enthralled with their own evil and what their agenda is that they never seem to think that.
They can get caught, they can get messed up, they can get
Mhm.
killed, they can get anything. They just think
Yeah,
they the Joker. The Joker is the only elusive villain,
only,
okay?
only. He's
He's
the
the
only one
only
who
one.
fucking gets it. Like,
Like I ain't about to tell you my plan all the time.
no.
Sometimes I'm gonna get in and get the hell out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This is not a 007 movie, okay? Like if I'm telling you my plan, it's because I'm actually about to fucking kill you.
Straight up.
Period.
Straight up. And I think, much like how um Jafar fell into the villain trope very easily, I feel like Aladdin did the same in the like hero sense. He did all the things that you expect
But he wasn't even a hero.
he wasn't
Iago
the
was the
best.
hero. That was Iago's movie.
True. That's a good point. Because I thought the setup was for Aladdin. Like, and I knew he was a complicated individual, in the sense of like, having the history of being a street rat and like being so new to this like lavish lifestyle and like his new relationship and being a very honest, upfront person and being real about things. And I think that that's the thing. He wanted to be the hero. You know what I'm saying? I think he wanted like to be the guy, to be that guy. He wanted to be the one and the two. He wanted to be the one and the
And
two.
I mean, I believe he is the one and the two. I just believe it wasn't this movie that he was the
Not
one
this
and or the two. I think
yeah.
he was set up to be set up, and the setup actually created a new hero.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for Iago,
it would have never,
the story would have never progressed in the first damn place. He the one set him up. He the one saved him.
Yep. No, shit. He the one who saved him. He the one who set him up. He the one who saved him.
Right. And he the one who left Jafar, leaving him to another. If it was him and Iago still that probably would have never happened. That
Yes.
none of that would ever happen if he wouldn't have left Jafar in the first place. None of that would have ever happened.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I just feel like whatever lessons that were learned on Aladdin's part, it
Yeah.
was most so watching Iago go through what he went through.
Yeah.
And him just saying, okay, yeah, I need to do better. And not only that, I think that whole moment of him, Jasmine, Jafar don't even realize that he taught Aladdin a lesson in a sense, because your lying caught up with you, because now she doesn't even believe the truth. And even though it wasn't really Jasmine, in that moment, he had to think about all the times he lied to her, all the half truths he told her, and saying, damn, it's like crying wolf. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
didn't lie so long that now the Jasmine I know would never believe that. But is it my fault that I've changed her to believe that? So in that moment, I feel like even though they didn't expound on that, if this was a movie that was deeper or for older people, that
Mhm.
would have been the lesson for him, that I need to do better, because even though that wasn't real, the moment was real for me, because I could see that happening, the route that I was taking, because I was lying about everything, man.
Yeah.
And if you lying about every damn thing, eventually people will stop believing anything you say. Yeah,
Anyway.
everybody got that friend. Everybody got a friend like that. Everybody got a friend like that. You be talking to them, be like, I don't think nothing they saying is true.
Okay. Why you always lying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Man,
Stop.
it's crazy. What I think is cool and crazy about this, like watching a movie like this, is even though this is like a movie that you look at it from for face value and you really don't see much there to like discuss,
Yeah.
you can find those moments, because that's what film is about, right? They tell you these versions of a story, and then you take it and you say, well, I wonder what happened when they walked through that door that they ended the movie on. And then you say, well, I think they fell off a cliff, or I think they lived in bliss, or I think they got arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nobody knows, because the film is over and it's never coming back, and that's just where we are. I think it's just great that regardless if we're watching like Return of Jafar, we're watching like Casino, we can
Yeah.
still take these movies and break them down like that.
Oh yeah. Like that is truly the cool aspect of all of this. Like I knew coming into this, I was like, man, I know I'm not gonna have much. Like I like having the ability to come in and like create things and hear you say stuff and then like, oh shit, and like this and that, and like, oh man, that did happen, or oh snap, like this did represent that, or I thought the hero was this person, but the real hero, like the real villain, the villain, like the portrayed villain, like the portrayed hero is, I feel like Aladdin in our head, but then the real hero is actually Yago, like, and the one who actually learned one of the biggest lessons as well. I mean, they all learned lessons, but I think he learned one of the biggest,
Yeah.
like he had something worth turning his character over. Like, who can I be now? Like, can I literally turn over a new leaf and be a new person? Especially now that my oppressor and the person that created me like this is gone. Like, am I how can I be free and now truly be free of all of those things? Because even though Jafar's gone, and Jafar was gone, he still was very capable of still making a lot of those like selfish, self-centered, like negative decisions.
Yeah.
And so it's like it is very dope that we can find something. Like it's always something to find. And there's a lot of quotables, like a lot of quotables in this movie. And I'm wondering if we got the same quote.
Oh, I wanted to do.
Quotes.
Okay.
You go first.
My other favorite quote was that's the problem when you're doing the right thing, sometimes you do it by yourself.
Yep. I ran that shit back 3 times. I did my brother move. I ran that shit back 3 times. I was like,
I said, okay, now that's a quote.
now that's a quote right
That's a
there.
quote right there.
And it's so incredibly true. And now I'm like linking it to Yago, because as much as we saw Aladdin walking away, and again, I think that's like I really was taking this movie for face value. I thought Aladdin was the one, and it really was Iago. Like, and it's true. Sometimes, like, when the decision to be made is a right one, you may be the only one that decides to stay at the red light when everybody else wants to keep going through the red light,
or sit on the bus,
or sit on the or sit on the bus when everybody wants to run to the fight that's happening.
Right.
Like,
Oh no, I was talking about Rosa Parks.
oh, I'm not even going to think about Rosa. I did not think about the damn Rosa. I didn't know where you was going, but I was like, God, the thing I can think of is when you sit still when everybody else want to go over there. Like,
no, I mean, but like anytime you want to make social change, a lot of the times it's like you're the. I mean, I'm not saying I agree with Scarlett Johansson and everything that she's doing, but like if she feels like that's right, she's doing it by herself. You know what I'm saying? Like every time change happens, it takes for the woman who comes forward about Harvey Weinstein. You know what I'm saying? It takes for the person to record someone being murdered by a police officer. It takes for somebody to say no. You know what I'm saying? It takes for somebody to not to go up to that all white drinking fountain by themselves and take a drink.
yeah,
Like if you have to do it by yourself, that doesn't mean it's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
correct.
But you may be the only one that's ready to do that, to make the change.
To make the change.
And if Aladdin wouldn't have done what he had done, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe Iago wouldn't have made some of those decisions that he made, maybe.
I mean, if Aladdin wouldn't have told the Sultan to allow for Iago to have a chance, regardless, Jafar was coming back.
Right.
And if Iago was his only companion and he was the only one there that he didn't feel as a threat, if he wasn't there, what would have happened? Because everybody else was locked up. If it wasn't for Iago, they wouldn't have been able to get out. Now, granted, we say that Iago was the plan and he helped him. But regardless to what happened, Jafar was going to get into Agrabah. He was going to do what he was going to do. The only difference would have been Iago wouldn't have been there and he wouldn't have been able to help them, because either he was going to help him or he wasn't. But if he wouldn't have been there as the only person that Jafar didn't see as a threat, it wouldn't even have been a storyline for us to say that he would have helped them.
Right. Right.
So in the grand scheme of things, his decision wasn't wrong. It's just kind of fucked up that it had to go that way for them to get to that, to realize that it was the right one. And I mean, even in life, even in society, why do people have to die? Why do we have to go through so much? Why do things have to go so left when somebody is making a decision that everybody really knows is right? In the first place.
Wow.
But that's why I thought that line was so good, because the first thing I thought about was like civil rights movement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like Rosa Parks sitting on that bus. Like,
yeah, I never, and like I said, I didn't think that. I definitely thought of it just like being, but I thought about it in that same exact way, not exactly social change, but I thought about it as being kind of like that one person makes that decision and change the scope of everything, and typically you have to do it by yourself.
Correct.
Like, yeah, it's like one person. One
man can change the world.
That's really what I thought of too. Like,
down. I don't like that song like that. But anyway,
I'm not a huge fan of that song either. Call me some BC.
You see,
BC, big cock. I'm bad. Terrible.
Oh shoot. Yeah, so that's where we at. We heat struck, and we
I'm a little tipsy because
We
I've been
learned some lessons from Aladdin,
far.
from Aladdin,
Man, from Aladdin,
and
giving us blessings and lessons since '94. Who knew that you could turn a movie like Return of the Jafar on his head and just be like, bruh.
you said Return of the Jafar. The Return of Jafar. Return of the Jafar.
The return
Of the Jafar.
yes, yeah, period.
Oh,
Oh my God,
shit.
we're having too much fun. We are having so much fun. Oh,
So,
yeah, I absolutely love that film. I
yeah.
really think it. I can see myself watching it again just for fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Just like showing it to my nephew,
Oh,
or
definitely. You have to.
like now I feel like I have to show it to my nephew.
Yeah, you have to. That's a definite must.
Oh
A
man,
definite must. Of all the Disney sequels, it's my favorite.
it's the one. It's the one, and I can see why. It has
Oh,
the
except for like
best.
Incredibles too. But
Yes,
anyway, yes.
that's the best of everything. That's the best of everything. But what were you gonna say? I forgot. I just cut you off. Were you gonna transition us into what we were gonna see next week?
Yes, I was.
Yes, awesome. I thought so.
So next week,
oh, Terminator 2.
yeah, with Running Man with the hands.
Terminator
Yeah, I
2.
love it. I love that scene. I love when he's running and he stick his hand in the thing and he did like this. Yeah, that man would not die.
He would not die.
But I have not seen that movie in a very long time.
I haven't seen it in a while either, but that is my favorite Terminator.
Yeah, that's a good Terminator. I like that Terminator too. But I think I be getting it mixed up with Last Action Hero a lot, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Terminator 2. And it is just straight up Terminator 2, right? Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Yeah.
Judgment Day, yeah.
But I feel like that's one of them movies, because when did Terminator come out?
The first one, this one came out in 91, so that had to come out like 89.
See, that's why we don't resonate with the original. Like sometimes it's just like that.
84.
Yeah, no, we definitely didn't resonate with that.
No, and you are correct. And if this this came out in 91, so yeah, by that time I was 6 years old. So
and that movie was a phenomenon. So even if you didn't see the movie, we toys, video games, action figures, bloody blooty blop. So yeah, we knew Terminator. We knew what it was. And I mean, I'm not saying I saw it in the movie theater, but I definitely saw it on TV several times.
T2.
Yeah, I mean T2. You know, it's so crazy. It's so many movies like that growing up. Like I always talk about the Leprechaun 2. Yeah, like I never saw the first one, but we went to the movies to see the second one, and I thought that was the only one. I mean, I know it said Leprechaun 2, but I mean, shit, this is the only one I knew.
And now that you're saying that, I believe that I thought this was the first Terminator as well. I don't think I knew any better because the first one came out a year before I was born. So
yeah, like why would you? Like why would you?
Why would I know that? And I know I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely didn't see this when it first came out. So
definitely not.
I definitely probably saw it like
I saw it on TNT or something.
Maybe, yeah, like 96, 97.
Yeah, like
I was like maybe 10, 11. So
yeah, I ain't seen no Terminators till I was older. Man. But like definitely on a Saturday. Like one of my favorite movies, not favorite movies in the sense of like up there, but it's definitely a movie that I truly enjoy because it was a movie that I used to go over my aunt's house every Sunday after church, and I would go in her house because she had like super duper awesome cable, and she wouldn't mess with me, I wouldn't mess with her. She would let me go up in the back room and watch TV the whole time I was there. And I would always find these obscure like movies on Sunday evenings, or like whenever I would go over there, even if it was a Saturday and I was spending the whole weekend with her. And I discovered They Live. They Live is a movie where, you know, the aliens come in town, and if you have on these sunglasses, they show who the aliens are, but everything is in black and white. But when you take the sunglasses off, they look like humans.
I've heard of this movie.
Oh, They Live? Yeah. You know, you ever seen the pictures of like Obey and it's an alien's face and it's red and blue? That's They
Yeah.
Live. That's where they got that from.
Okay.
But Rowdy Piper, who's a wrestler, was in it, and also I believe what's his name? Black actor who does a lot of voiceover work. Kevin, that's not his name. Kevin Dean.
Not ringing a bell. Kevin Dean.
Black guy, you know who he is. He's been in everything. Everything. I think that's his name though. I'm not sure if that's his name though. But let me double check. Really quickly, because that might not be the right name. Let me take it. Let me check it.
It's not coming up.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Keith David. That's his damn name.
Keith David. Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that's one of the first movies he was in. And
really?
They played two homeless dudes, and they found these Rowdy Piper. He found these glasses in the like trash something, and he put them on, and he started seeing crazy stuff, and it was all like subliminal messages. So like when you look at a billboard with your glasses off, and it's the billboard, but then you put the glasses on, and the billboard says obey or consume or whatever. And it's a great movie. I love it. But like those are one of the movies that I discovered. You know how when you're a kid, you watch a movie and you really like it, and you don't know, you didn't catch it at the beginning, so you didn't see the name of it. You didn't watch the credits, so you didn't see the name of it. You just know you enjoyed it, and then the rest of your life you looking for it. You looking for it for the rest of your damn life, and then when you find it, you don't write the name down, and then you forget again, and then you gotta look for it again.
You're funny, dog. But you're not lying. Oh,
this is the life.
David just did a TikTok of all his voiceover.
Yes, I shared that with somebody.
That's crazy. He got a hell of a resume.
Yes, he does. He has done a lot of voiceover work, but I know that because his voice is very distinguished. Yeah. So
speaking of Disney villains, he played the villain
in the Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Girl, what you say?
Princess and the Tiara.
And her name is Tiana, child.
Yep. I know.
You said Princess and the Tiara.
I knew I was wrong, but I still say it. Like,
oh my gosh!
Oh god! Yes, dog. Oh. But yeah, is it safe to say that we have had a successful movie review and we can end the show?
Yes, I think we have had a successful movie review of The Return of Jafar, and we can end the show.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Everyone can find me at my house. Well, okay. Everyone can find me at my social media homes. At Twitch, Chevy the Superstar, on Instagram at S the Superstar, and also Twitter. And Facebook is just my name. But anyway, yeah, that's where you can find me. That's where I'll be.
Yeah. And same for me, Point of View Finder on the Instagrams, and looks like Coats on the Instagrams, and always follow, get your 10 pages over at Books We Should Have Read. Holla at my homies Misfit Academics, and yeah, we're doing big things out here. Saturday, for all my people who live in Detroit, you should come to TV Lounge on Saturday for Jerk and Joloff. So
Champion sound.
Yeah, champion sound. Champion sound. Stardust. DJ Blackito and my homeboy Donovan Glover. Like it's lit. It's lit. This is for all my Detroit folks. So and surrounding areas. So
well, I'll be in New Orleans. So
Aaron just walked in talking about are they drunk? Kinda.
I'm hot. Shit. I'm more hot than anything.
I'm tipsy, I'm hot, and I feel a little delirious.
I'm gonna have a drink after this, but I am not drunk. I'm just hot.
Get drunk after this.
But no, I am very like soberish.
Soberish, I love it.
But yes, so guys, I'm going to New Orleans next week.
I know.
I mean tomorrow. 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 I'll be back next Wednesday, and also next Wednesday, head to GFT Radio because we will be doing our first review of the first episode of What If that came out on Disney Plus today, and it was really cool and it was
I haven't
really
watched it,
dope.
but I'm excited.
It's so cool. And it's so dope because it's a cartoon, and I really want the animation style of whatever cartoon that's in my heart to be just like that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for like listening to us talk about this kids movie that came out in 1994. It's some gems here. So if you're on YouTube, damn, we should have told y'all that earlier. But if you're on YouTube, thank you because we love you. And thank you. We got 1 subscriber last month and we had a few views. So thank you. Keep it coming. And if you're coming to the Twitch, we will be here on the Twitch next Thursday watching T2 Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's exciting because I haven't seen that movie in a long time. We'll be here at 8 p.m. continuing our sequels. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, lurkers. And a good night.